guys, Kaiser from Cape Town over here. Hope you're doing well today. It's my first day of my holiday, so I'm very much chuffed. So I was asked to do a basic tutorial on do-it-yourself. Nice, easy one which any person can follow, and that shows some interest into getting do-it-yourself. Because I mean, eJuice is very expensive, so it is a very nice alternative to save some money. Is to start making your own eJuice. So yeah, let's get into it. There are certain ingredients which you're going to need. You've got no choice in the matter. One of the ingredients is this guy. Let's have a see over there. Is that guy? It's called vegetable glycerin, or VG. This is the guy that gives you your smoke. It's very thick, but this is the guy that's going to provide you with clouds. Okay. Second one which you have, which you're definitely going to need, is your PG. Okay, which is propylene glycol, which you see over there, propylene glycol. Now the function of this little bad boy in your eJuice is it's going to give you a throat heat. It is less viscose, which means it's more fluidy, and it's going to provide the medium in which your flavorant is going to mostly be absorbed, because it is water-based, but being thinner. Both are water-based, but being thinner, it obviously is going to absorb a lot more of the flavorings. So yeah, then you're going to need nicotine, which is number 3. If you have a look over there, okay, let's quickly check. There's nicotine. Okay. So yeah, if you look at that, there's nicotine. It's 36 milligram per not per milliliter. It's 36 milligrams or 36 milliliters per 100 milliliter volume. But this is the concentrate of nicotine which is available in South Africa. If you have a look over there, you'll also see it is pharmaceutical grade. Okay, which is very important. All 3 of them, your PG, your VG, and your nicotine, must be USP. Must be a USP grade, which basically just means United States Pharmaceutica. That's what it is. It's a very great quality, and the chemists or the pharmaceutical industry uses it in various products as well. So they regard it as safe. Nicotine, on the other hand, is the one which is the most harmful out of all these ingredients. So in any case, but I mean, everyone should know what nicotine is. Vapors and smokers. But 4th thing which you need, except your VG, except your PG, except your nicotine, is your flavorings. And there's just a few flavorings which I've got over there. Okay, there's some grape, there's some Vienna cream over there, and yeah, I've got banana cream, etc. But the flavorings, there is an enormous amount of flavorings out there. And that's why I've decided to do a tutorial, because people might feel overwhelmed, but you don't have to. You don't have to. All right. So your flavorings you can buy in 10 milliliter bottles. If you're starting out to do it yourself, this is the way to go. Okay. There's even a vendor which I'll mention just now, which sells 5 milliliter bottles. Okay. So get a few of the 5 milliliter bottles, so that if you do not like the flavoring, then you do not waste that much. You can buy it in a 3 milliliter bottle, which is that, or you can buy it in a 50 milliliter bottle, which is that. Okay, I know Valley Vapor in Cape Town, they sell 100 milliliter bottles as well of flavorings, and there might be other vendors as well, but as I say, I know those vendors the best, because I basically order from those vendors. So if you have a look down here, then you'll see the differences between VG and PG, the viscosity of them. There's even some people that it's more inclined to show an allergic reaction to PG. You might be one of them, so I'm just mentioning it. If you make your own eJuice for the first time and you find an irritation or whatever, it might be the PG content that's responsible for that. Right, so that's what you need: PG, VG, nicotine, and flavorings. That's that. Then obviously you need some equipment. Now the equipment which you're gonna need is a few empty bottles. You can use 30 milliliter bottles like this. There's a 100 milliliter bottle next to it. There's a 250 milliliter bottle next to that. Okay, so yeah, you've got various options depending on the amount of juice which you obviously make. Now what I like is, if I make 10 or 20 milliliters, I like to use a bottle slightly bigger if I'm doing yourselfing for the first time, testing a recipe, etc. So that I've got room at the top there. So that when I shake it up, there's space for the juice to mix, to move about, and obviously mix much better. So don't take a 30 ml and fill it up, and it's going to be much harder to mix it there. So if you want to mix a 30 ml, take a 50 milliliter bottle, etc., etc. Okay, so you're also going to need, or you possibly going to start off with injections. Okay, syringes. Okay, I'm not a syringe fan. I never like those syringes. That's why you can see these things are still packaged It is so much hassle using the syringes, getting blunt needle points to pull up your VG because it's very thick. You need a special tip for that. It's just a mess, and there's so much stuff which you need to clean afterwards, etc., etc. So the way which I went is this guy. Get yourself a digital scale. They're not expensive. You can get it anywhere from 90 Rand to 250 Rand for those that are available at the local vendors. But it's going to make life so much easier. And the one which I have is accurate till 2 decimals after the comma, which makes it very nice to even mix small volumes like 5 milliliters or 10 milliliters. All right, so that is definitely the option to go. What I also use at the moment is a glass beaker. So this is another option which you have. And this guy I use because it's much easier for me having a magnetic stirrer, which I will show you just now how it actually works. So I've just got a loose little magnet, which I place at the bottom over there. Okay, it's a nice plastic coated magnet, which I just insert, and then I mix my juice inside here, and then I put it on my hot plate stirrer, which is very, very convenient. Okay, but you obviously, which is not going to have a stirrer at the moment, you're going to use the shake and steep, okay, the shake and hot water method, or whatever the case may be. You're going to use that, but we'll talk about different steepings a bit later. Cool, man. Right, guys, so I'm just going to show you the little program which I use, which you can see over there, that side. Okay, so there's the program. It's called eJuice Me Up. I've got a link at the bottom over there for a direct download. You just install it. Okay, open the zip file. It's in zip format. Open the zip file and just follow the instructions and install it. It's very quick, very simple. All right, so if we have a look at this one, that little red rectangle which you've got over there, that's just where your recipe's name is going to be. So at the end, if you're happy with everything and you want to save it under File, Save As, that's where you're going to put in your name. Okay, so whether it's a gummy berry or whatever the case may be, that's the name. All right, so the next thing which you have over there is your PG VG, but that's for your nicotine. Now, nicotine which I use is 100% PG based. I like it because it's more fluid. All right, so PG based it always pours easier, etc., etc. So you can get a 50-50 mix. You can get 0 PG, 100% VG mix. But as I said, I prefer 100% absorbed or dissolved nicotine base. Okay, so the next portion which you have is there you've got three little rows which you can fill in. The top one, you're going to always have a 36 in there. And the reason why you have a 36 is because, as I said just now, that is the nicotine which we have. You fill in a 36 there, and you're not going to change that. The middle line, however, is the amount of nicotine which you want in your eJuice. Now, I vape 3 milligrams. Okay, that's what I find most people vape, 3 milligrams. It's very light. It's very little nicotine, etc. But I mean, I get my throat eat from PG, so I don't need that much nicotine. But I mean, you can change it to 1, 2, 5, 20. If you're really a hardcore vapor, you can go to 30, but 30 plus. But yeah, that's what you're going to fill in there. The bottom one, the bottom line, the amount of milliliter which you have over there is the amount of eJuice which you want to make. All right. In this case, the example which I'm going to use is I'm going to make 150 milliliters. So I'm going to have 150 milliliters written in there. All right. So the next one which you've got is you're going to put in your flavors. Now you'll see there's marshmallow flavors, there's colas, there's vanilla beans, there's such a lot of flavors. But the recipes which you're going to look up is going to have the various flavors in it. And that's where you're just going to type in the names of those flavors you're going to type in there. Cool, man. The next thing, that one you leave out. Because all flavorings which you buy in any case, all flavorings is 100% PG. There's no VG inside the flavorings. So that's automatically default. Leave that as it is. Do not touch that. Okay. That next rectangle which you have over there is the amount of percentages, but that you find on the recipes. So if you go to the forums and you have a look at certain recipes, as the example which I will give you of the recipe which we're going to make, they give it in percentages, and that's the percentages which you're going to fill in over there. All right, so good. The last one over there is the PGVG right at the bottom. Now that's obviously as the base ingredients. It's got nothing to do with your nicotine at the top there, but that's the base ingredients which you're going to add. Now, if you're using a RTA or RDTA, you want to use a 40-60 ratio, as what you see in the picture over there, 40-60, or 50-50. But you want your eJuice, you wanted it more fluid, you want it less viscose, so that it gets absorbed much quicker into the wick, and then obviously distribute to the coils. I, on the other hand, was an RDA guy. I like dripping, etc. So I don't mind having a 30-70 mix, which means 70% VG, because it gives me nice clouds, and I like seeing clouds. Okay, so it all depends on what you want. If you want more flavor, go with a higher PG. I mean, if you want more clouds, go with a higher VG. But just remember, the more VG you have, the less fluidity your eJuice is going to have. The more PG you're going to have, the greater the throaty, the greater the flavor which you're going to have, etc. So all these things you bear in mind. All right, so what you see over there is the recipe which we're going to make. Now, it's a very, very nice recipe. It's one of my favorite rotation eJuices. Okay, it's called LLCool. Okay, there you see, LLCool. And it's a slightly sweetened lemon and lime yogurt. Okay, so we're going to make that. We're going to make 150 milliliters of that specific one. I've already added all the percentages. I will include it in the description at the bottom as well in any case. But yeah, in case this is the picture is a bit unclear. So now you'll see that all you have to do is, if you open the program, you've got your flavor names, you've got your nicotines in, you've got your PG/VG ratios in, you've got your percentages in which you want. Then you'll see right at the bottom of the program, on the right hand side, the bottom, there's a calculate button. Then you just click on that calculate button, and it will automatically give you, as what you can see over there, the correct milliliters which I need of each one of my components. I need 12.5 milliliters of my nicotine if I want 3 milligrams of eJuice in it, content obviously. I need 33.25 milliliters of PG, etc., etc., etc. So, and it's as simple as that. Then you're just going to follow these volumes and just add these volumes all together to make yours, in my case, 150 milliliters of eJuice. Cool. So now we're going to go down to the digital scale and actually add these various components together. Nice. Right, guys, we're at the bottom over here, and very important what you do is the container whichever you're going to use to mix in your eJuice, put it on the scale already, digital scale, and then you switch it on. All right, so it will zero itself automatically. Okay, I'll put it that way so it's easier for you guys to see. Zero it automatically, and according to my recipe, what I need to do is I need to add 12.5 milliliters of nicotine juice. So you'll actually see how it goes up. Now I know 12.5 is a fair distance away, so I can just speed it up a bit there. Okay, it's a 10, 11, and okay, 12.5, that's fine. It's no problem over there. It's close enough. I mean, we're working in decimal commas, so it's not a hassle. Next, remember to zero. You just saw me zero again before I add my next ingredient. Next one is going to be PG. I'm going to add 33.25 milliliters of that, which is quite a lot. Okay, moves up. Okay, 33.25. Go. It's close. It's nice. Close enough. Then I'm going to zero again. See over there. Next VG is a lot. That's 90. Okay, so here you pour a lot of that in. Okay, you got a lot of that. Okay, slightly bit more, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. Give or take, give or take. Okay, so the flavoring is very important. The first one, which is it's lemon and lime, which I've got over here. Okay, it's the first one which I'm going to have, and it's 4.5 milliliters of that. Now here I'll obviously work a bit more careful because these things cost a lot of money, so you don't want to waste not, want not. Okay, almost there. A few more drops, and it's close enough. Good. Exactos. All right, that's my lemon and lime. The next one is mandarin, which I've got in there, zeros, and I need 1.5 milliliters of mandarin. Let's put it in there. Shit, that's close enough. Nice. 1.57. Next one which I have, which I'm going to need, is Greek yogurt. I'm going to need 4.5 milliliters of that. I'm going to add my Greek yogurt, 4.5 milliliters. Okay, there you go. almost. Okay, close enough. Next up is orange cream, and I need 1,5 orange cream. So let's add 1,5. There you go. Good as gold. Bit of MTS Vape Wizard, 1,5 as well. See, it's slightly darker in color, which is nice. Okay, it's cool. And then last but not least, it's a bit of Mountain Dew. 0.75 of the Mountain Dew. Okay, that's fine. So one little drop. It's alright. Still going to taste excellentos. So yeah, guys, that is adding your different ingredients. So all you got to do now is mix it. Now, obviously, if you use a small little container, 30 milliliters, you're going to shake it up there. But I'm going to use my hot plate stirrer because of its 150 milliliters, which I actually made over here. So I'll show you what the hot plate stirrer actually looks like. Nice. Okay, guys, so here I've got my eJuice on top of my hot plate stirrer. What I do is I normally switch on the heat, okay, and then I start stirring. And if you'll see over there, if you look carefully, it actually looks beautiful. Okay, then the magnet starts rotating, your juice starts mixing, and I will just leave this little hot plate on for about a minute. Then I will put it off because you just want your juice warm. You don't want it too hot because then the nicotine starts degrading. So, I mean, just want to warm it up though, so that the chemicals bond a lot quicker though, and also nice and open. You always want some nice air in there in any case. And I will leave this so that it stirs for 3 to 4 hours, and it speeds up the whole steeping process a lot more. So yeah, there you go. That's stirring method. So I'll leave that cool. Okay, guys, the last thing which you do is that's one of the ways in which I, in any case, steep my juices nice and quickly is by heating it up and stirring it. But if you do not have a hot plate stirrer, you're going to take that little bottle which you had and you're going to shake it up. You can put it in a bit of warm water inside the basin as well. That's what I sometimes do in any case. So when I make smaller little volumes, you shake it up and put it in a dark place. But try and keep the cap off for a day or two. And then just blow into it just to get nice new fresh air every now and again. Just blow in it every 6 hours or 10 hours or whatever the case may be. But most of my liquids which I make is a normal shake and vape liquid, so it does not have to steep. If you go into custards and you go into tobaccos, and there's a few other recipes as well which you will actually need to get your liquid to steep for a while, which means actually just to mature. Okay, that's what the same thing which you do with wine. You mature the wine to get it a nice taste. So you're going to do the same with your eJuice. But I'll provide a link at the bottom in the description as well, which tells you exactly the different steeping methods which there is, and that you guys can follow. So right, cool beans. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and actually learned something out of it. See you and enjoy your eJuice recipes. Bye.